Hello, my name's Tom Bolter, I'm Head of English at Cheney, and this is a short film about how we mark students' work. In our assessment policy, we've identified 3 different types of marking. The first of these is bookmarking, and this is marking of general day-to-day work that students do, often in their books. This marking is likely to be quite quick, and it's likely to focus on things like effort, presentation, are students working hard, are they showing the right attitude that they need to do. It's clearly very difficult for us to provide very detailed feedback on this, given the number of students that we teach. So this marking is likely to be fairly brief. The second type of marking is much more detailed, and this is the marking that we include for students' mid-term assessments. It's their formative marking, whereby we'll give a comment on what students have done successfully in a piece of work, and we'll then follow that up with clear targets and guidance for improvement. This marking is focused, it's targeted at a particular skill area, and it accompanies the mid-term assessment tasks that they do halfway through the units in Key Stage 3. Accompanying this, there'll also be self-assessment, so where students mark their own work as well as the teacher, and also peer assessment, where students look at each other's and try and apply the success criteria. Finally, we have the final assessment marking, which is where students are then asked to act upon the targets they've had in their mid-term assessment and put those targets into action for a final piece of work. This piece of work is again marked through comments and targets, but is a bit more holistic. We'll look at the qualities of the whole piece. We won't be so focused on a particular target area, and we'll give students more general targets for their reading, writing, or speaking and listening, depending on what the task was. A word about levelling. We don't publicly level students in the classroom at Key Stage 3. This means we don't put levels on their work, and we don't share those in a classroom environment with the students. The reason for this is that we believe that to be seriously demotivating for a large number of students. It has a kind of an emotional impact, I suppose, which then serves as a distraction from the learning. And students are constantly comparing themselves against each other in terms of this number that they've achieved. The solid research backs this up, but it's also supported by our own experience of giving feedback to students. However, that's not to say that we don't record levels, or that we don't report or are not able to share levels. At any time, we will happily talk to students or parents about what level we think the student is achieving for a particular piece of work, and also we clearly report levels 3 times a year as per the school assessment policy.